Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have something new to share with you for the new Model Y Juniper. This is an OLED display for the new Model Y Juniper. This is really compact and really high quality graphic display. It's really small, you can't really see from here, but it offers all the information that you need for the driver right in front of you, so you don't have to keep looking back at the main display while you drive, especially a long road trip. You know, sometimes you drive faster than you're supposed to. Now you have that speedometer right in front of you, and it also has blind spot warning and autopilot warning. So this is probably one of the first, if not the first, OLED display for the new Model Y Juniper. In today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box and then step-by-step installation, and then I'll show you how it looks in the car, and then we'll test it out and see how it works in the new Model Y Juniper. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this mini smart OLED display for the new Model Y Juniper from Vicky's. My first impression, it has really nice packaging, which often refer to really good quality product. Let's check out. And this is the display itself. So you'll be attaching this on top of the steering wheel column. And this is OBD2 adapter to get the power for the display. This whole component box. Let me open it for you. And here are all the components in the box. Let's start with the wire harness for OBD port and power to supply and transfer information from the car to the display, which you'll be connecting from this small adapter to a wireless communication box. So this box will communicate to the OLED display wirelessly, so you don't have to run the cable from the passenger side to the driver's side. So how you get the power for this OLED display is to get this wiring, this one right here. This is the wireless power that you'll be connecting and installing underneath the steering wheel column panel. And this end you'll be connecting to the OBD2 port to get the power for the OLED display. So you have to fish through from the steering wheel column with the fishing wire that came in the package, and use this guiding tool to guide where to place the OLED display on the steering wheel column. It came with small zip ties to help manage the cable, also the alcohol wipe to help clean the surface before you install, and plastic plier tool to help remove the panels and the steering wheel column covered. Alright, now we saw everything that came in the box. Let me show you where you can get this new OLED display for your new Model Y Juniper. You can get this new mini OLED display for the new Model Y Juniper from Vicky's or Vicky's.com, as you can see here. Not only they offer the same display for the Model Y Juniper, they also have this exact same display and really similar installation for the new Model 3 Highland. So if you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for extra $20 off. And after the discount, the display is only $109. Alright, now let's go and install it in the new Model Y Juniper. Let's start with the installation. First thing first, you have to remove the panels first. So we'll be removing first the rubber gasket or the rubber seal on the door seal. These are really easy to remove. There's no glue underneath it, as you can see. Next, let's remove the panel on the top. We're next to the dashboard. Just slowly remove it. Now this panel is removed. As you can see, they're all clips, no screw at all. Really similar to the one on the Model 3 Highland. So that removed this locking clip for the door seal panel. Let's use one of the plastic trim removal tool. It came with one, but I usually have the whole set with me. I got from Amazon.com. I'll put the link on the bottom of the video, and that's it. So this one came loose. Keep the clip, and then now you can pull it out and carefully remove this piece. So again, no screw, just a whole bunch of clips underneath. Just do it slowly and carefully. After that, you should be able to remove this whole panel. Now that all the panels are removed, we have the full access to the power connector, which is this one on the outside, white color, and also OBD port, just this one right here. This is open port, you can just plug it in. And before we disconnect the power, I highly recommend to turn off the power of the car first. So just go to the control, which is the main menu right here, and then safety, scroll all the way down, power off. Now we are safe to unplug the power supply connector right here and have a full access to the OBD port, this one right here. Now we can use the provided wire harness to plug in the power supply first, and then plug in the connector from the car back into the wire harness. So now we get the pass-through power from the car to the wire harness to power the communication box or wireless communication box. Now we can use the OBD plug from the wire harness and then plug into the open OBD port in the car to get the information from the car to the wireless communication box. And last but not least, on this side of the installation, just plug in to the box. So this is a communication box to send the information from the car to the display wirelessly. Next, you can just hide the box, and if you want, you can just use a zip tie to tie it with another wiring in here. There's like a space in this side of the compartment, and then put all the panels back in. And next step here, we have to remove the steering wheel column cover. First, you have to adjust the steering wheel to all the way down and then all the way out, so you have space to work on removing the cover. So just pull this part. It's almost sealed shut, it's really hard to find a gap. Just pull this little part out and then twist. Use the tool to twist it. Don't use your hand, you might break the clips. Same thing on the other side. Now you should be able to remove this whole thing out. Now that the steering wheel column cover is removed, you can use a fishing wire that was provided in the package and then fish through on this side, on the left side, because the right side has the wiring, as you can see here. So fish through the left side of the steering wheel column and then all the way down here, and it will just pop out right over here, just right above your brake paddle. After that, use this wiring with a wireless charging coil, which will be installing underneath the steering wheel column cover. And then this end, which is the USB-C plug, you just use the electrical tape and then tape it onto your fishing wire on this end, and then we'll just slowly pull it down through that section over there. As you can see, I just tape it up together. Now we just slowly pull it from this end and then try to fish the wire all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so I tried to pull it through with the fishing wire from here to the bottom over there, but somehow with the fishing wire thickness and the USB-C connector is too thick to go through this bottom part of the steering wheel right here. So I tried many times, it won't push through. It just keeps stucking over here, it won't go anywhere. So what I did was I removed this panel. I didn't remove the whole thing, I just pulled it down because this is a your knees airbag. So there's wiring over there on the inside, so don't pull it all the way down. Just remove 4 screws. So 2 on this side right here from underneath. Just use one of these wrench to remove. This is 8 millimeters size for the screws. So remove these 2 from the bottom, and there are 2 more right over here. So 4, 2 more right here, 4 in total. So just unscrew from the bottom and then just pull this panel down. Just pull it down like so. Now we have a really short running cable from here and to here. So I just use this cable without fishing wire and then just try to thread it on the bottom through here and then just grab it from underneath it. So from here on, we just have to just push the wiring through on the other side. So the same destination that we were going to pull it down, and this one right here. So we can now pull it all the way through here, and then now we just have to close this panel and then just manage the wire a little bit, and then we'll plug in the OBD2 port right here. And next step here, just use the alcohol wipe on the inside of the steering wheel column cover, because we'll be sticking the wireless charging pad to it. And then of course wipe on the top too, because we'll be installing the display, this area right here. Now just have to remove the adhesive cover from the wireless charging pad and then place it right here. You see where the center of the cover is. Now we just have to place it all the way up and in the middle right here. Looks good. Again, this is really fragile, so just be gentle when you press it down. Alright, I'll just hold it for a few seconds, and then we are done with this bottom part step. And next step here will be installing the display. So use this guiding tool that came in the package here. So just slot it right on the left hand side, and then just remove the adhesive cover on the underneath of the display. Now just install the display, follow that guideline. Just slot into place like so. There you go. And then hold it for a few seconds, maybe 15 to 30 seconds. Make sure it sticks really well. Now let's connect the OBD2 adapter right underneath the driver's seat and right above the brake paddles, just right there. As you can see, right here, right there. The plug is on the other side. I would just connect the USB-C first from the cable that we just ran it down. As you can see, just connect the cable first and then flip it because it's on the other side. It'll be easier to just connect the cable first and then just connect the OBD2 port like so. Now we should get the power for the display. As you can see, the display is now powered, which is really cool. Alright, so now we just have to manage all the cable down there. Make sure you don't accidentally step on that cable, and then just put the single cover back on. Alright, so it's the same process here. We just have to push in the clips to lock it in place. And that's it. The installation is done. It's really clean and really high resolution graphic on the display. Now let me show you what it looks like in the new Model Y Juniper. Wow, this display looks really nice. Much better graphic than the previous display that I have installed before. As I mentioned before, this is OLED display. This is probably the only OLED display available for the new Model Y Juniper and Model 3 Highland. Look how sleek and how thin it is, because it doesn't have any battery inside. That's why we install with the wireless charging pads underneath here, and it doesn't block the airflow or the AC for the front driver at all. Because it's so small, I still can feel the AC just like with no display, and love the look of the display. So this is the main screen when you're not driving the car. It shows the time, date, and temperature. It's the outside temperature. So if you press on the brake, it would change to driving mode, which is this one right here. So you have park, and then time, range, and the temperature and the status on the bottom. So the display is not touch screen, and you cannot touch to do anything. The only way to do any setting on the display is via the app. So you just have to download Vicky's app right here, and then register, and then you add the new device, select the display, and here you go. So you can do a lot of setting here. You can do the brightness. You can control the brightness of the accent light on the ring with the apps. So you can do all the way up. So change and adjust in real time. So just change to maybe 75%. This is good. So this is more matching with the car. And you can change the mode of the ambient light on the display too. You can this is color palette, which you can choose whatever color you want from here. So it has, you know, the whole color wheel. Also you can sync to Tesla, which is awesome. See, it changed to Tesla. So when you do sync to Tesla, the brightness will just follow whatever Tesla have on the setting. And you can also change to their preset setting. VGIS 1, VGIS 2, I'm just gonna keep going. VGIS 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 different colorways, but I'll just stick with sync to a Tesla because I don't like display will keep moving with different colors. That will bother most of the driver while you drive the car. So sync with Tesla, that will be a best setting for me. And let me show you when I change the color on in the car here. There you go. Now I can change the color wheels or color palettes here. Purple, as you can see, it changed in real time, which is really cool. Orange, green, blue. Let's stay with blue, or I can change to any color wheels here as I want. Nice, and it responds so fast. I wouldn't think it does this quick because remember, this is wirelessly communicate with the car with that wireless transmitter box that we installed earlier. So yeah, I'll just stick with blue. Looks really cool. And what else can we do? A setting on here, and you can change the wallpaper to Mars or Earth. Change to Earth, save, and I'll change to Earth. So the default it's Earth. I kind of like Mars, so I'm just gonna change to Mars, and then save. Then I'll just change to Mars. And the display brightness, it's auto. I'll just stick with auto. You can change to manual brightness if you want. You can also use the app to adjust the time on the display. So just right here, select auto, then you can change the temperature unit, time format, and the time zone setting. And that's pretty much it, all the setting that you can do with the display on the app. And of course, if there's any new software update available for the display, you can do through the app instead of try to go and touch the display. So this is not touch screen. That's why they created the app to control the display and do all the setting of the display. So looks really nice. Love the graphic. So when you press on the brake, information will change to the information of the car, and the display also shows the door status. So any doors, all 4 doors in the car, the display would show. Or the corner, let me open this one. There you go, it's showing right there. And let me try to reverse the car. The display will change to a driving mode. As you can see here, you see the driving mode with the speedometer time and the range down here, and the gear status, and all the warning just right below the speedometer. I like the size of the speedometer so far. I think it's big enough to not draw your eyes back to the main display and leave your eyes here in front of you, so it's easier to drive and see the speed. Because most of the time when you do a road trip, or when I do the road trip, I don't really see the speed, and sometimes it goes a little faster than I thought. So it's good to have something right in front of you, and the display should have turning light indicator, as you can see here. both sides, and it should also have a autopilot status showing on the display and the blind spot warning, and it will show this display when you plug in to charge. So when it goes to 100%, the ring will complete all the way on the top. Now let's go and test it out. I'll show you all the functions that it can do while I drive the car. Alright, let's go test out the display. As you can see, as I shift to drive, the display will change to speedometer right in the middle. You have autopilot indicator just right below it, and the speed limit, and the range, and the gear. As you can see, when the car is driving past the speed limit, the letter or the speedometer will change to orange, and when it drives below speed limit, it will change from orange to white again. So it has that speed limit indicator, but it's not like super annoying, doesn't blink, doesn't have like a giant red sign on it. And it also has the regen, so regens to the left and then power to the right on top of the display. And of course, the turning light indicator. The display looks really good. This is not the best lighting scenario. I'm shooting the video right now, but the display clarity and the graphic looks really nice. Love how the ring or the ambient light matches the ambient light in the car really well, especially the brightness of the ambient light. Let me show you the blind spot warning of the display. So if there's a car on the blind spot, as you can see, there's a yellow warning light or orange warning light on the side that has blind spot, which is the car right on the right hand side. It's a really cool function to have for this small display, and you see it right in front of you. You don't have to actually look over here to see the blind spot or see the little light on the speakers on both sides. Here's on the left side, blind spot. So the car right in front of us, we're gonna pass it, and then the car will be in our blind spot in seconds. And we should show that blind spot, as you can see, and the car is right here. I love how visible the display is, even though it's really small compared to all the displays that I have tested for this Model Y Juniper before. Only one thing to comment here is the speed limit. It doesn't match the speed limit on the main display at the moment, but I'm sure they will send out the software update to change or fix that bugs. Even though the speedometer size, it's a little bit smaller than this, but because the display is right in the middle of the steering wheel, as you can see, it's about the same size when you see it like this. When it's in front of the steering wheel, you can't really miss it, and then I am less likely to lead my eyes to this main speedometer on the main display, but this one keep my eyes forward and see everything that I need in front of me. Now let's test out the autopilot function. So when you engage autopilot, the display will have that bright orange in the middle, but still the blind spot warning still working as autopilot function engage. And when you disengage, that will disappear. I love how they design all the graphic or the warning functions, autopilot function, and a blind spot function on the display. Is really nice and clean and clear, really easy to see all the information, nothing useless on the display that you need. Pretty much everything you need, and it's super clean, super small, really compact, and looks really good in the car. This is probably the worst lighting scenario to shoot the display, but as you can see, you still can see everything on the display really well because we're driving against the sun right in the front, And when I engage FSD, I changed to FSD now, it doesn't show the autopilot indicator anymore. So when you do a regular autopilot, it does show, but not the FSD. When I turn on the light sync function in the car with the mesh element cover art color, it will match the color of the art and the car, but it doesn't really dance to the music. But I think it's good because it'll be just way too much if this thing moving too and that moving all together. But at least it's matching everything in the car though. And this is what the display looks like at night. I love the brightness of the display. It's perfectly matched with the main display of the car, as you can see here, and it's really clear, even though at night you can see it really well. As I change and shift to drive mode, it looks really clean. And at night actually it looks like it's floating in the air because you can't really see this one right here where the base is, so it looks like it's floating right on top of the steering wheel. It looks really cool. And here's nighttime shot with different color ambient light. As you can see, the display worked really well. It shows all the information that I need in front of me when I drive the car, and offers extra functions like blind spot warning and also autopilot indicator, so you can see that the autopilot is on, and you can see if the car is right next to you, either left side or the right side, before you change the lane. Only one thing that is missing is the speedometer on the display doesn't match the one in the car. Hopefully they will send out the software update to fix that bug soon, but everything else worked really well. I love how compact, how small it is, but it still offers really high quality graphic, and you can see everything well in front of the steering wheel. But it doesn't block the AC or the airflow for the driver at all. And the installation shouldn't take more than half an hour to install. The passenger side installation is really quick to install, but this one maybe take a little longer. Otherwise everything else works great. And let me know in the comment down below what you think about this new really compact OLED display for the new Model Y Juniper. I'll make sure to put the link of this display in the description down below, and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth.